Hello to everyone watching this video. My name is Elena Troino, and I am a fan of traditional Chinese medicine, which has over 5,000 years of experience and results. And in China, there is a saying, a Chinese person goes to the doctor 3 years before the onset of illness, while a European goes to the doctor 3 days before death. And you know, in our family, the importance of health prevention has long been understood. Both my husband and I, along with our daughter and our children, are great explorers in this matter. And from our own experience, we have tried a huge number of alternative medicine methods that help to heal, restore health, provide energy, prolong youth, and ensure active longevity. And when we got acquainted with the products of the Whieda company, I simply fell in love with them at first sight. Why? Because firstly, they are simple to use, and secondly, they are very effective. And in our family, we have a huge number of results. Throughout our presentation, I will of course talk about them, but I will mention a few right away. Thanks to the products of the Whieda company, I solved the issue of dry eyes and eye fatigue. It was a very big problem. For me, I was constantly living on eye drops. Drops were in every bag, in every pocket. Using our products, particularly our glasses, which I will talk about a bit later, this problem was solved. My husband had knee surgery for a meniscus issue, and his knees hurt a lot. He couldn't walk normally for long periods and had constant pain. Using our corrective insoles, he got rid of this problem. And you know, there are a huge number of such results, which I will be talking about today. Many people, of course, are looking for ways to solve existing health problems. They don't do prevention when there is already some disease. And we have a huge number of reviews on solving many problems with the musculoskeletal system, arthritis, arthrosis, high sugar levels, high blood pressure, women's issues, and men's issues. Thanks to the use of our technologies, many people have already solved these problems, achieved good results, and boosted their immunity, activity, and energy. And it is very important not to forget, and I urge you to remember, that any prevention is cheaper than hospital practice. And the health of our family, our relatives, and loved ones is in our hands. Today, I want to talk to you about my favorites that I really love and that we actively use in our family. I will probably start with the very first product, which is our craft glasses. These glasses not only have a beautiful and stylish design, but also a design that suits absolutely everyone. These are glasses that help. They are entire devices, gadgets that help solve eye health problems. First of all, the main task and function is to protect our eyes when we work on the computer or sit on the mobile phone, because either we have such a job or we just want to spend some time on something and we start hanging out on the phone. In the process, our eyes suffer, and today many eye problems have become more common. Many eye diseases have become more prevalent. By using our glasses, you are engaging in prevention, protecting your eyes thanks to the special coating and the specific angle of the lenses, which helps to relieve visual fatigue and protect your eyes from the effects of blue screens and ultraviolet light. Now, I will show you how our lenses work with a simple example. We have special litmus paper that tests how well our glasses protect. I used blue light, and you can see that where the lens was, our eyes are protected. But the strength of these glasses doesn't stop there. Their main function and why they are a device is because the frame they are made from is unique. It is graphene, a graphene alloy, which is ultra light. These glasses are very light, weighing only 12 grams. And when you wear and take them off, there are no such indented marks left on the bridge of your nose. But they are also very durable. If you accidentally sit on them, your glasses won't break. Because many people buy expensive glasses with costly frames, but accidentally sitting on them breaks the temple, making the glasses unusable. But in order to show their main property, specifically the graphene property, what does graphene do? First of all, it emits negatively charged anions. Anions are substances that help restore blood circulation, such as. Therefore, when we wear glasses, our blood circulation is restored and spasms are relieved. All the capillaries in our eyes do not get tired. At the same time, anions also work well on viral and bacterial issues. If you have conjunctivitis or any eye inflammation, using graphene frames can help with disinfection and specifically address inflammatory processes in the eyes when you wear them. I have a professional tester that allows us to measure the number of anions. Let's start by measuring the number of anions in the air because anions are present in the air. Anions are air vitamins, and the amount of anions indoors is different from the amount at the sea, where there are much more. Right now we see 15, which we multiply by 10 to get 150 anions per cubic meter. Now we will do the same thing, but measure our glasses and see how many anions our glasses emit. While the measurement is in progress, I can explain why anions are needed. Anions are like airborne vitamins, boost our immunity and give us energy. Here we see 698 multiplied by 10, which is almost 7,000 anions emitted by the carafen frame. Our glasses, and remember the 150 anions in this room. What does this give us? Well, as I already mentioned, these are air vitamins that boost immunity and improve blood circulation. And when you wear these glasses, whether you are working on the computer or on your phone, and you have these glasses on, your body starts receiving anions. You breathe in anions, which reduces your fatigue. You have more energy and vitality, your eye microcirculation is good, your eyes do not get tired, and you feel great. Your well-being is much better with these glasses than without them. Let me remind you that using these glasses can solve problems such as dry eyes, eye fatigue, and protection from blue light radiation from computers and phones, as well as from ultraviolet light. This is a prevention method for glaucoma and cataracts. It also protects our children's vision when they strain their eyes a lot looking at gadgets. To ensure our children do not need to wear glasses, we should use our graphene glasses. We also have children's versions and a huge amount of benefits that these glasses provide. You can get more detailed information at our special webinars conducted by specialists from our company. The next product I also want to tell you about, and which I absolutely love, is our Corrective insoles. These are not just orthopedic insoles, they are Corrective half insoles. As you can see, the shape of the insole does not cover the entire foot. It ends where our toes begin. But what happens is, if you pay attention to the specially curved surface here, this is a special orthopedic insole base where our foot rests to prevent flat feet. Many people have this problem. In fact, almost 90% of people have flat feet. When we start using this insole, we solve the problem of flat feet thanks to this orthopedic arch, which ensures the correct positioning of the foot, our anatomical positioning. This way, pressure and load are distributed across our foot, relieving tension from specific areas. By using these insoles, we restore our entire musculoskeletal system. As they say in Chinese medicine, the foot is our second heart. Even our bite depends on the health of our feet. Therefore, when you wear these insoles, you will be solving a large number of problems. Firstly, it addresses joint pain, including hip and knee joints. Secondly, there is a certain imbalance that occurs in a person if their foot is already impaired, they have flat feet, or there is an incorrect distribution of load somewhere. The entire musculoskeletal system is disrupted. Therefore, by using the insoles, you restore the balance of your entire musculoskeletal system. Your leg pain goes away, your fatigue disappears, and because there are also magnets built in, we can see this. I will place a coin here, and you can see that the coin is held in place by the magnets. We also receive magnetotherapy. Magnetotherapy helps restore microcirculation, improve blood circulation, and enhance lymph movement. Thanks to the special indentations on the insoles, we massage more than 20 reflex points and over 20,000 reflex zones of our feet, which has a beneficial effect on our entire body. And by using these Corrective insoles, my personal result is that the bunion on my right foot disappeared. You know, there's this side bone called a bunion, which makes it difficult to wear beautiful high-heeled shoes. You end up only wearing sneakers or some wide shoes because it's very painful and uncomfortable. Using these insoles for approximately 2 months, my bunion disappeared. My husband, using these insoles, eliminated the pain in his knee joints after surgery. Now we walk a lot together, take strolls, and he no longer has that discomfort. Insoles are one of the best-selling products of our company, a favorite among many partners and clients. But what is the next product? I don't even know where to start because each product has its own uniqueness, but let's go step by step. This is an energy shawl. This shawl, you know, there is a phrase, wrap yourself in care. This particular shawl, in the literal sense of the word, allows you to wrap yourself in care. It is made from a special polyfiber. and with a thread of germanium, organic germanium. What happens when we use this shawl? It very gently alleviates tension in our muscles and removes neck and shoulder fatigue. Many people have problems with their shoulders and neck because of stress, because they tense up, and as a result, our neck feels stiff. By using this shawl and the properties of germanium, we relieve tension, making the muscles softer and more elastic, restoring microcirculation and blood flow. How else can we use the shawl? Besides restoring blood circulation, we achieve relaxation and recovery of our nervous system, leading to the relaxation of the nervous system. This shawl works very well at the first signs of a cold. Due to the properties of germanium, which emits infrared radiation, a very gentle, deep warming of our body occurs. As you know, infrared radiation penetrates our body up to 12 centimeters, enhancing circulation, restoring warmth, and heating our body. When we feel the first signs of a cold, we can simply wrap ourselves comfortably and warmly in a shawl, sit in it and relax, drink a nice steaming cup of hot tea, and you will very quickly and effectively address your cold issues because you will tackle it at the very early stage. The next product I would love to tell you about, and it is indeed one of my favorites, is the cell activator. The very term cell activator speaks to its functions. An activator activates cells. How does it work? This device operates through the action of terahertz radiation. This is an incredibly important device that helps restore the function of every cell in our body. When we consider that our entire body, indeed every organ, is made up of cells, there are billions of cells in our body, and our health also depends on the condition of our cells. If a cell is healthy, it gives birth to healthy cells. You know that cells renew themselves. A new cell is born, and the old one is eliminated from the body. But if a cell is sick, how can it give birth to a healthy cell? Thus, by using an activator, we perform a restart. We renew our cells, we set the cell into action. The cell begins to work actively, performing all its functions. How is this achieved? Due to the effect of terahertz radiation. Our device's activator has 3 modes of terahertz radiation exposure. First mode, second mode, and third mode. Each mode differs in radiation power. What does terahertz radiation do? First of all, terahertz radiation is a very powerful therapeutic and health-improving frequency. Once it enters the body, it initiates the movement of lymph. And as we all know, the lymphatic system is one of the main systems in our body responsible for removing all accumulated toxins. If the lymphatic system works well, if toxins are removed efficiently, our body feels great, there is energy, there is health. If the lymphatic system works poorly, what happens? There is a buildup of toxins in the body. One of the main functions of terahertz radiation is to accelerate the movement of lymph in the body. When lymph flows well and quickly, toxins are eliminated and we feel great. What does the terahertz wave do next? Well, since we are talking about traditional Chinese medicine, here we have a symbiosis of traditional Chinese knowledge and new technologies. The terahertz wave helps to restore the movement of energy in the body. According to Chinese medicine, illnesses occur when there is a stagnation of energy in the body. And by using this cell activator along the Chinese meridians, along the meridians of our body, of which there are 12 in the body, we restore the flow of this energy. Thus, we indeed restore the energy potential of a person's health. The terahertz wave also works excellently for restoring circulation and blood flow in our body. If there is any blockage somewhere, if there is any blood stagnation somewhere, we also start to get sick because the blood does not reach the cells. The cells do not receive nutrition and oxygen, and the beginning of health problems starts. Using the activator, just like along the meridians, working with the body, how to properly work with the activator, we have special videos from our specialists. You can watch them and see the entire methodology. But by using the activator, first we restore the movement of energy in the body. Second, we restore the movement of the lymphatic system. Third, we stimulate blood circulation, relieve spasms, and reduce tension in all vessels and capillaries. Fourth, we restore our nerve endings, we relax these nerve endings, and miracles happen. A person starts to sleep well after using the activator if they had insomnia. It works very well, as I mentioned, with the circulatory system, addressing issues like varicose veins. These are issues related to the vascular network. By working with the activator, you can see how varicose nodes on the legs dissolve and how the capillary network, which also causes aesthetic discomfort for many women, disappears. When there is a lot of this network, women are often embarrassed to wear skirts or dresses so that it is not visible. Next point, by using the activator, due to the activation of terahertz waves, as I mentioned, and the active functioning of the lymphatic system, many skin problems are resolved. Conditions like psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, and various allergic reactions. We have a huge amount of evidence for this, which you can check out on our Telegram channel, Results with Whieda Products. I invite you all to join this channel. Next point, its cosmetic property. Due to the fact that the activator activates the cells, making them work in their healthy mode, it can be used on the face and décolleté areas. We restore lymphatic flow, rejuvenate our skin, and achieve a noticeable lifting effect from the very first application. Understood, in order to achieve a long-lasting and stable effect, it is necessary to undergo certain courses with 10-15 facial procedures. But the fact that the skin rejuvenates, restores, becomes more hydrated, of better quality, and more toned, the stagnation and swelling that many people have on their faces disappear. This works perfectly with the activator. It is also well used in cosmetology to solve problems with papillomas and warts. Using the activator for 3 to 5 sessions, we remove skin manifestations. In general, this is a universal device. I can say that this is a device that should be in every home based on all the properties and features I have mentioned. This device helps solve many problems. It relieves pain if your knees hurt, if your joints hurt. By working locally on a specific area where there is pain, we reduce inflammation and the pain goes away. If there is a cold, if there is an illness, we work the same way if there is a cough. We work in the problem area, for example, if the cough is in the bronchi. We work on the back surface of the bronchi. We also warm up and address issues of colds and coughs. In general, it has a huge number of properties and a huge number of results. And I invite you to visit our channel so that you can see more detailed testimonials from people using this device. The next device, a gadget that I would love to tell you about, which is also a favorite in our family, is the Bioenergy massager. This is a device that combines 4 different types of massage. First, it is a pulse massage with the help of special conductive gloves that use the principle of bioelectricity in our body and work with reflex zones and acupuncture points. Secondly, there is vacuum massage. Vacuum massage helps solve many problems with muscles, tension, and trigger points. This is a cupping massage that we can use. I want to demonstrate to you now, for example, the vacuum option. Now we are starting the vacuum. How vacuum massage and cupping massage work, I set the level to 5. Now we can clearly see the degree of absorption and the degree of vacuum. That is, we can work precisely with cups using the vacuum option, or we can work using the gua sha method, utilizing these properties of vacuum and movement over the body using vacuum suction properties. We also have a laser attachment here, which works on the principle of laser therapy. This laser attachment works with our ENT organs. These are persistent rhinitis, sinusitis. These are problems of frequent colds, allergic reactions, nasal discharge, using this laser attachment. Now I will demonstrate to you. See the laser emission here. I can show, if it's visible on the video, how deeply the laser penetrates. If this were a dark room, we would see that the finger is glowing. That is, by using the laser in the nose for a certain amount of time, which is 10 to 15 minutes, we address all the symptoms. Here in the nose, this is a runny nose, these are colds, rhinitis, sinusitis, etc. Also, for those who have problems with otitis, ear pain, chronic otitis, or fungal otitis, it is very effective in reducing inflammation and addressing issues of the ear, throat, and nose. Similarly, for tonsillitis, there is a specific point in Chinese medicine that we target with the laser. We work very effectively, reducing inflammation, and the tonsillitis goes away, along with the throat pain and so on. For more detailed information about this device and how each option works, you can also attend our special masterclasses to understand the technical aspects in more detail. I definitely want to say that I use this device at home to relieve muscle tension and also relieve tension, alleviate pain in muscles and joints. By using, for example, impulse massage with gloves or vacuum massage, we can relieve such pains and tension. This massage also works very well indeed for stimulating lymphatic and blood circulation using these massage gloves. And specialists, massage therapists, manual therapists, and other professionals who work with the human body work excellently with this device. Why? Because by fully utilizing these options, applying them in their practice, in their daily practice, and complementing their procedures, they achieve brighter, faster results. Because according to statistics and effectiveness, one session of massage with the bioenergy massager using impulse gloves replaces 10 sessions of manual massage in terms of depth of penetration, muscle work, tension relief, blood circulation restoration, and post-massage condition. Here is the result that glove massage provides. It is so powerful, very strong. Therefore, this bioenergy massager can be used not only at home, but also by specialists who work with the human body and provide services for the recovery of the musculoskeletal system and muscle work, such as sports massages and so on. Now, I want to tell you about the next device, gadget, product, which is also one of my favorites. This is indeed an infrared sauna, a home sauna, but it's a whole spa salon at your home. This is indeed a sauna that helps us solve a huge number of tasks. Why is this sauna unique? Why do I recommend it to everyone? Because this infrared sauna operates using two types of stones. This is tourmaline and this is jade. The effects of tourmaline and jade have been known for a long time. Due to the moment of heating, as a result of the process of heating, piezoelectricity and the subsequent anion release occur. As we mentioned earlier, anions are molecules that penetrate the body and reduce any inflammation, work antibacterial, restore blood circulation, and boost immunity. Additionally, tourmaline emits infrared radiation when heated. Infrared radiation, penetrating deep into the body, restores microcirculation of the blood and facilitates lymphatic drainage. And most importantly, thanks to the additional heating and temperature, the sauna heats up to 65 degrees. Using a special remote control available in the sauna, you can set the temperature you need from 40 to 65 degrees. A very gentle and deep warming occurs that is both soothing and comforting. This way you can adjust the temperature to your preference. You can also set the time, the duration of your stay in the sauna. What happens? When there is such gentle warming, heating of the stones, a certain microclimate is created in this sauna. What happens? Due to significant infrared radiation, very deep heating occurs. Heat and infrared light provide very deep warming of our body. This leads to the detoxification of our system. Toxins and heavy metals are eliminated. This is a very important property of this sauna, that it helps to remove heavy metals from the body. In fact, there are very few other ways and methods that help remove heavy metals. Our sauna handles this. I repeat, all the wonders of this sauna are due to the heating of two types of stones, jade and tourmaline. The properties of these stones, their energy, which includes heat, piezoelectricity, and infrared radiation, as I mentioned, work on detoxification, restoring microcirculation, and are very good for weight loss due to drainage, lymphatic system, and toxin removal. Cellulite disappears, excess water is eliminated, the skin tightens and becomes smooth and firm. This is a wonderful cosmetic effect. Additionally, due to the cleansing and detoxification of the body, we start to feel better. Because when toxins are in the body, it poisons our system. We lose energy, we lose strength, we become sluggish. And against the backdrop of toxins, many diseases occur because toxins self-poison our body. Because we perform a gentle, deep detoxification without burning, it is very comfortable while being inside. There is a special window here, so when we sit down, our head remains outside. In the next video, we will demonstrate in more detail how the sauna works and how everything happens. But a very gentle, deep warming occurs. Microcirculation is restored. Due to the action of the stones, pain symptoms disappear. If something hurts somewhere, if there is some inflammation, back pain or joint pain, due to the heating and all the properties I have already mentioned, the pain decreases and goes away. It works very well for restoring the body's pH balance. Due to the release of anions, which are antioxidants, they remove free radicals and restore the pH environment of our body. It also shows very good results in microcirculation. People who have problems with blood stagnation, thick blood, and viscous blood also experience issues with their blood due to this. By addressing the cardiovascular system, we are doing very good prevention of all these problems by using the sauna. Well, as they say, the sauna is the elixir of health, and not everyone has the opportunity to visit a sauna regularly, either due to lack of time or because you live in a place where this tradition doesn't exist and there are no saunas nearby. But I think everyone can find 1 square meter in their home for health. And by using this sauna regularly, you will feel that you have energy, you have strength, you feel great, and you sleep deeply like a baby. Because I personally notice that after I take a sauna, which I do in the evening before bed, I lie down and sleep a very deep, good sleep. That is, the nervous system calms down. And many, many other beneficial properties of this sauna, which you can learn about in specialized training sessions on our YouTube channel, where our specialists go into more detail and explain the advantages of our sauna. Well, now let's talk about products like women's sanitary pads, which are crucial for women's health. In fact, actually, every single woman uses them in her daily life. But have you ever thought about the quality of the pads you use? Let's talk about this now. To explain what makes our pads unique and what their advantages are, let's take a look at the types of pads available on the market today and what they offer us. And along the way, I bought a few more different brands that were available at the pharmacy. This is the company Libres. We'll talk about these pads. The well-established company Naturella and the highly regarded company Duchess. So the pads that were sold in the pharmacy, we will talk about them now and why our Anion Plus pads from the Whieda company are the best and why you should use them. Well, first of all, let's take a look at the packaging itself. As you understand, the very name of the hygiene product already implies a certain level of sterility in its use and certain nuances that must align with the term hygiene. I just opened the package. This package does not close in any of the packs. Where are these packages stored? They are usually kept in the bathroom, where there is a lot of moisture, meaning high humidity, and this is exactly the place where fungi can thrive very well. Fungal infection, fungal spores can easily get into an already open package. When talking about the packaging of the company Whieda, we see that it is hermetically sealed, made of Vova is from St. Petersburg, food foil. I will tell you more about each package in detail. Look, when we take out the pad, we close this package and put it back on the shelf. This means no moisture or fungi can get in. Next, when we take out this kind of pad envelope, we can clearly see how the envelope is packaged. We can see that everything is quite easily accessible and there is no talk of sterility at all. The next packaging, Naturals, is exactly the same. Here it is slightly sealed, a more sterile packaging, and the packaging of the Libres company is also securely sealed. But very often, and many of the pads available on the market look like little envelopes. So what happens? When a woman leading an active lifestyle goes to work or attends to her other tasks and responsibilities during those special days, she puts a pad where? In her bag, of course, in her bag. And what is in a woman's bag? Yes, there's even a joke that a woman's bag has everything except order. And so due to these pockets, everything in the bag ends up in this liner. It could be dust, it could be some microbes that are on keys or other items found in a woman's bag. So talking about hygiene here is quite difficult. If we look at the pad from the company Whieda, not only is the packaging itself hermetically sealed, but the pad itself is completely airtight. It is fully concealed, nothing gets in, and you can safely put it in your bag, carry it around, and retrieve the same sterile product you initially placed in your bag. Now let's look and talk about what pads sold in supermarkets, pharmacies, and all mass markets, which are available to every woman, are made of. What are they made of? These little triangles with the number 4 and the inscription LDPI indicate that these pads, which have the same triangle with the same number 4 and the same inscription as on Libres and Naturella, are made from recycled materials. Here we see such a triangle with the number 4. This indicates that all these pads are made from recycled materials. What is recycled material? This is disposable plastic tableware. These are polyethylene bags. These are plastic bottles. That is, everything that is collected is pressed, produced in a specific manner, and then bleached using special chemicals, carefully and meticulously. In other words, a certain environment is created from which the material for these pads is then manufactured. On one hand, it's definitely good because we are protecting our planet by recycling all this plastic, all this waste, plastic paper, and more cardboard. So we are not polluting the planet, we are doing good for the planet. But is it good for women? What do you think? But I think the answer is obvious. Using pads that have undergone chemical processing, bleaching, and treatment with various chemical reagents is not good, because this is a personal hygiene product. Now let's carefully conduct an interesting experiment and look at the main task of absorption. After all, the primary task that every pad should perform is to ensure dryness and absorbency. Now we will be conducting an experiment and thoroughly test each individual pad to ensure their quality and performance. I was even able to find 2 companies that have a soft top like natural fabric which feels pleasant, at least to the touch, and I must say it is quite impressive and remarkable. Because most pads are these synthetic chemical ones that feel like pure plastic, but I managed to find some with good surfaces that are closer to natural materials. Let's look at the absorbency and do a small experiment in detail. Another very important point I wanted to mention is that this pad doesn't really stick well. It doesn't even cling properly to the surface. All of these pads we've opened and looked at have glue, which is a chemical adhesive containing formaldehyde, and once it gets on women's underwear, it's very hard indeed, entirely difficult to remove completely entirely. The emission as well as evaporation of formaldehyde aren't good for proper hygiene and can be harmful too. Our pad has 4 strips of food-grade glue, which are used in making various desserts, along with chewing gum, ensuring safety. In other words, by using our pad, a woman does not receive unnecessary chemical substances from the adhesive. Thus, we see that it sticks well and securely, just like these 2. For some reason, it doesn't even want to stick. The next thing we're going to check is absorbency. According to statistical data, during their menstrual days, women release between 30 to 50 milliliters of blood throughout the day. Now we're going to test this. I have a 20 milliliter syringe and we're going to test it together. We apply all this liquid completely. Let's thoroughly conduct an experiment with approximately 30 milliliters. This is the minimum that a pad should absorb. There are also 30 milliliters here, which equals about 2 tablespoons or 1 fluid ounce, and is used in cooking or scientific experiments. Look, it doesn't even absorb anymore. You pour it on and it doesn't even want to soak in. The drops are just sitting there. This is, of course, what kind of, I think this is Naturella. This is the Naturella, which even, you see, I can't do anything to deal with this liquid. Now we will try to press it in, if possible, inside, because it doesn't even want to absorb, unfortunately. Let's leave it as it is in this case and draw conclusions. Let's also test our Whieda pad for the purpose of absorbency, and then see the results. Let's not add 30 milliliters, but let's make it 40 milliliters. We'll give a bit more load than on those other pads. Now let's give it just a couple of seconds for the water to be absorbed, and then we'll see how the absorbency works, because the first thing a woman needs is for the pads to absorb well. It's like in that commercial where you sit in a white limousine wearing white pants and everything stays clean. Let's check the first pad, which is from the company Libres. The result speaks for itself, clearly showing the effectiveness of our efforts. Moving on to the next pad, we will continue to build on this success. Checking absorbency to see how well it performs. The result speaks for itself, and efficiency and effectiveness. The Libris pad doesn't want to absorb at all, but here it absorbed a little. The Naturella pad doesn't want to absorb at all, but here it absorbed a tiny bit of water. You see, it doesn't even absorb. Now we will try to press where it has slightly absorbed. Absorbency. What women pay money for. The first task is to provide protection against all kinds of leaks, ensuring absorbency. And the pads from Whieda that are high quality and safely made will even tap on them. And we can see that the pad completely absorbs the moisture and the paper is absolutely dry. The question is, what are we paying for? And before we move on to our demonstration experiment showing how our pads and those of other manufacturers breathe, I would like to talk about what else makes our pad unique. Well, it is, of course, definitely eco-friendly, natural, and safe. It absolutely handles all its absorbency tasks. But our pads also have this special chip. This chip performs 4 functions. It is infused thanks to nanotechnology, and in the weaving of the tourmaline thread, our chip releases negatively charged anions. It is also infused with liquid nanosilver, which has a disinfecting effect. It also has liquid biomagnets that provide good sanitation during the use of this pad, removing all mucus and unnecessary substances from the female body, all thanks to the liquid biomagnets. And they are also infused with yew tree sap. Yew tree sap is a very powerful preventive measure against cancer. And now I want to show you another experiment. Let's see how many anions our pads emit. You saw in the last experiment with the glasses that there are 150 anions per cubic meter in the room. Now let's see how many anions our pads emit. Our device shows that 698 multiplied by 10, 7,000 anions are released by our chip in our anion pads. This indicates that our pads have a pronounced antibacterial and anti-inflammatory effect, which helps address many women's health issues. As I mentioned, such issues include inflammations and candidiasis, various types of erosion. It is also very well used by men for problems with prostatitis, adenoma, and hemorrhoids. Thanks to all these 4 properties that I mentioned, which our chip performs, these pads can be classified not only as hygiene pads, but also as therapeutic pads, which we simply recommend every woman use to prolong her feminine youth, to extend her reproductive functions, so that our children, our daughters, friends, relatives, and close women are healthy and give birth to healthy offspring. Well, now let's move on to the experiment I mentioned earlier that I definitely want to show you. While we are opening our pad, I would like to take a moment to mention that the high-quality pad from Whieda is meticulously designed and consists of a total of 9 protective layers. All these multiple layers offer leak protection and safety, ensuring comprehensive safety and security. All these layers are natural, eco-friendly, and safe. We see the material inside, which is responsible for absorbency, and as we can see, it is still completely dry. While we test how well our pad breathes, we will indeed give this material absolutely another task to see how much more moisture it can absorb. The base of the pad is compressed dense paper, which is very dense but with pores that allow it to breathe. Now we will carefully conduct this experiment by pouring hot water into the transparent glass container. We carefully place the pad in position and gently cover it with another piece of glass, letting it sit undisturbed for a few seconds. As we observe closely, we can already see that the surface of the glass is starting to fog up, indicating the beginning of the process. In the meantime, we will open a pad from another manufacturer and perform the same manipulations. By the way, we can see that there's some kind of cotton inside, which it's unclear how it can absorb anything. And we see that it really doesn't absorb anything. And we see that the base of the pad is cellophane plastic. This is not just any paper, there are no pores. Let's conduct the same experiment. We take 2 cups and pour boiling water. And cover this cup. While it stands, we can clearly observe that this glass, which is indeed on our pad, is entirely fogged up, if you can actually see the streaks. What does this indicate? This clearly shows that the glass is affected, that our pad meets all the stated qualities and characteristics, and it really indeed breathes. We remove this glass and see that it is very completely fogged up. Clean, transparent, just as it was when we placed it on this pad. Now let's conduct the next experiment. Let's see how our anion chip handles restoring the pH balance of the female body. We take a small cup of water. We add a few drops of iodine. We see that the water turns yellow. We place the chip in it. And we see how the water becomes absolutely transparent, white, and crystal clear. This indicates that the anions are performing their function, releasing negatively charged ions, having an antioxidant effect, and restoring the body's pH balance. Now, let's turn our attention to this glass. We see that the water has been completely absorbed by the absorbent gel, and the pad from Whieda fully performs its absorbency function. All the liquid, well, I tried to explain everything to you very clearly in simple language, and I hope it was interesting to hear about all our products, the favorites of the company Whieda. But these are not all the products the company offers. We have a large variety of products. These include dietary supplements, personal hygiene products, devices, and more. We will also record more detailed information about each product in similar videos. You can also find them on our YouTube channel, where our specialists present. And if you have any questions that you are more deeply interested in, you can also watch videos from our specialists to learn how and which devices, which products can be used for various tasks. And I think that after this, each of you will have a question. How much does it cost and how can it be purchased? And I have very good news for you. Since Whieda's mission is to ensure that as many people as possible are healthy and can effectively use these unique products, Whieda is generously offering a 100% cashback on the first order. And with the help of 100% cashback and a loyalty program like Refer a Friend, you have the opportunity to use our products on extremely favorable terms. I would ask you to please reach out to the people who gave you the link to this video and ask them how you can take advantage of these super beneficial conditions to use our products. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next videos.